A big shout out to the infused candy corn that I've been eating all day. That's awesome too. All right, guys, that is enough out of me. Defonix has been sitting there very, very patiently. I've been just going through this shit, whatever the fuck I've been doing here. So let's jump on over to our friends. Go ahead and mic up Defonix, and let's get on this. Let's put our hands together for my friend and local artist here to Toledo, Ohio. And a fantastic singer, rapper, father. Looks good with his shirt off. Let's bring him some love. Everybody, Defonix! There he is. There he is. There he is. What did I say? I told you look good without a shirt on.
I like that we went back to the hot tub thing too. That's cool.
Yeah, we're back in the hot tub now, baby. He took off his shirt. Now we're in the hot tub and we're good. Yo, fucking give us some of those trap. Give me some of that trap action you gave me earlier.
Oh,
no,
trap.
You gotta make the face too, motherfucker. Come on.
Oh,
yeah, do it. But you gotta make your muscles pop, bro.
It's like mirroring. Hold on. There he goes. Wait.
Yes. Yeah. Look at that.
The first thing they see, I mean, what the fuck is he doing?
Listen, I asked you to do it. The GOAT. Press Play says you're the GOAT.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. Shout out Press Play, man.
Moving Dutchman says like you were pushing on the toilet.
There you go. Hey, that taco song's fire. I ain't never heard that before.
You've never heard that song and you have a little kid?
I thought you made it.
No, sir. That's Perry Grip. Dude, show your daughter Perry Grip. It's Rain Tacos. She's gonna lose her fucking mind. It's all you're gonna have to listen to for the next fucking 4 years. Also,
I'll know the words then.
Also, Breakfast Burrito is another classic. A classic Perry Grip song.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you guys are silly. Dude, what's up, man? How you been?
Well, I've been really good, man. Just working, staying at it,
Yeah.
Even since last time we talked, just been relentless at it. And man, traction happens when you you put in the karma, when you just do the steps. So it's been great, and never thought I'd be living this life, and it's really cool. So
what can you explain a little further? What does living this life mean? Because I'm living this life, but this doesn't seem to be as cool as your this life. So what does your this life mean?
There's the life of an artist, and I would consider you and couple you in with that as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I had to get a little bit more detail on what you're saying. But please.
So basically, it's like, I created this over time. For a long time, felt kind of in a hole, like, damn, I'm really ain't making nothing of myself. Damn, Code, you might have fucked up. And then like one day I just looked up and it's like, holy shit, I'm doing it. Like I'm doing it. What am I tripping for? And it's like everything just is falling into place. So sometimes happiness more, it just glows, and you just accept that for that, and it's more meaningful when you just see everything, because there's a ton of blessings, and it's like, wow, I can't believe, maybe to the next person it's not nothing, and I'm not done yet, you know what I'm saying? But to where I'm at now, I definitely say I'm living out what I've kind of planned, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It happens, you know what I mean?
It's interesting. And what's up, Sober? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. I see your fucking question. I see your guys' question. And by the way, anybody who's in here that might be new, if you do have a question for our guest today, there is channel points. You can use fresh bars. It only costs 1 fresh bar, so it is a very cheap and easy question. Just by being here, you have that many fresh bars. So please use them if you have a question. It's interesting how people will be so hard on themselves when they're just like, I'm not doing enough, and really you're doing it all, It's just that for whatever reason, your drive, whatever that thing, that engine that drives our artistry, is like, no, man, you're not doing it enough. You're not doing it enough. What was it that made you feel like you weren't doing enough?
Um, I would say I had these crazy goals, and that's good. It is good to be that Jerry Rice type, to be never satisfied and always stay
Mm-hmm.
working and
Right.
pumping.
Right.
But you got to see to the blessings at the now point too, because it's like, hold up, not all of the fruit has been, it hasn't flourished yet, so maybe you're not on that side of the coin of what you're working on now,
Mm-hmm.
but guaranteed you could see some blessings and some progress that you've made. And like, I think for me, the defining moment I had more when I look back on it, but a
Mm-hmm.
big defining moment was when I really was starting to go down to Florida and see all these shows kind of pop off. And I had told myself, because I was going down to Florida since back in like 2017, just on some like music shit. And like, I was working as like a promoter down there for some cats I knew out of, out of DC. I caught cool with them and everything. But anyways, at the time I was down there, I was like, I brought my music down there, and I was coupling the promoter thing with when we had time to push my music, and I got like all my CDs and shit off. And then I said to myself at the end of the trip, I'm like, the next time I come down here, it is going to be something music related. I'm going to be on another trip down here. I don't know how it's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And lo and behold, a few years later, I was doing a show down there. And then a few like months right after that, another show popped off. And then I just, traction started happening. So really, and this is more of an encouragement to other people out there, just keep pumping, don't do the comparison type shit. But you'll know when your moment comes, but also don't forget to see those other blessings, because it helps amplify the fire, if you will. Because we, the only people that can make the fire go out is us. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, don't forget those blessings too, because they'll amplify it. Like, yes, I can do this. I've done this.
Yeah.
So it kind of that type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so many people focus on what they don't have, and instead of focusing on what they do have and what they've accomplished.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I'll just be like, it's not enough. It's not enough. And it's like, well, holy shit. Well, how much do you need? Like,
will it ever be enough?
will it
And
ever
like,
be enough? Exactly.
what's your vision too? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like,
exactly.
anybody, what's the overall vision? And it's like, don't I think a lot of time we overcomplicate it, you know what I'm saying? But this isn't to say we don't keep pumping and pushing
Right.
and setting those crazy big goals, you know what I'm saying? Crazy to other people, definitely achievable by, you know what I'm saying, by us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. People think that things are so unattainable, and so they won't even try. And it's like, and then they're bitter and angry at life because they didn't even try. And because of what? Because what your mom told you that's not a good idea, or like a teacher said that you're not talented, or one of your homies laughed when you said that you wanted to do this. It's like, man, fucking get over yourself, and if you're into this, fucking get into it. Like, there's no other way of doing it. There's no other way of pursuing your dreams other than pursuing your dreams.
Facts. And I'll say one more thing about it is like, it's the higher call of yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's that call of the universe, and it's like, are you going to answer it, or are you, like you said, like, get to that point in your life and you're just mad because, well, shit, I just conformed and listened to everybody else, I acquiesced, and you know what I mean? But it's like, so then that's on you in a sense, you know what I mean?
Do you think everyone has a calling, or do you think
yeah.
do you think everyone has a calling, or do you think that it's just certain people that are just are touched or special?
So somebody had told me something about some, like, oh, some people are animal spirits and this and that at one time. And I'm like, I kind of bought it for a second. And then I started thinking, yes, every single person does. Every single person does. It's just, do you answer the call or not? You know what I mean? I feel a lot of the blockage from those visions come from our attachments. And of course, we as humans, because we live in, first off, America, second off, a technological world, we are in the future now. You know what I mean? If you think back to like '01 or whenever, we are now in the future from that time. So it's like, even then, we still had to live with some attachments. So we consume a lot. When we're consuming, we're all blocked up. We need detachment at some point in our day to see, our overall bigger goals and see what's meant for us and to answer those calls. You know what I mean? So there does need to be a time where you're not, maybe you're not even a father for a moment, or you're not even, you know what I mean? Your name, you're just a life. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like a lot of it just gets blocked by consumption and never tapping back in with ourselves to check, hey, what do I really want from this life? And what am I going to do? You know what I mean?
So how do you block out all the distractions that keep us from pursuing our higher callings?
So mine is, I have like developed more of like a program that I do in my mornings. I always have a morning dedicated to, and this is every day, to first creating the detachment and raising my energies, my rate of vibration, if you will, to get them high, to be prepared for whatever the day brings. It starts for me with meditation for sure. And then I have
what kind of meditation?
I do like I'm sure you heard of the cat Sadhguru. You've never heard?
No.
What's his name? I'm gonna send it to you after this, bro. It's crazy. Like,
what's his name?
SADHGURU. Dude, you might be listening to him for years.
It came right. Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah. So he's got a couple of I think they call them like sadhanas or something, or something like that. They're a type of meditation or whatever. But I delve into that. It's a simple Isha Kriya. Anybody can do it. And it really just kind of, helps you, like I said, to remember yourself as life without remembering yourself, if that makes sense. Like you're just there.
Yeah, it's sort of I like to think about it as like turning off your mind, but that's almost impossible to do. But like in but to be able to Sadhguru. Is that
Sadhguru? Yeah, like
sorry, we got some Indians. We got an Indian in here, and
cool.
They're I don't know what they're doing there, but they said it. So it's one word. Oh, I see. It's one word. I put two words. Oh no, I guess I did. Never mind. I'm fucking.
I want to say, I don't even say this to be inaccurate, but I want to say that's not like it's part of his name or whatever. But the idea is like to not look at him. You know what I'm saying? But to look at like kind of what he represents in a sense, and that being your not yogi, but your person that you kind of like, you know what I mean? That kind of convicts you or whatever. Just to kind of tell you, hey, yeah, maybe I need to change that way of thinking or whatever, or whatever. But simple, just meditation. You can even do it off breathing and shit. You know what I mean? But I do have a time in my mornings where I'm like away from I do a ton of shit 7 days a week.
I think Bonnie. I think he's talking about maybe like a guru or something, like someone.
Yeah. There you go, your guru. Yeah, but it just kind of helps you to separate. Like I said, there's a lot of attachment. There's going to get more in the years to come with technology. We got to know who we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
that meditation thing, I think was like one of the key things that really helped me getting past my own personal
demons?
Demons, all that shit. Because once I stopped drinking alcohol and stopped doing like hard drugs, I was a fucking mess. Like mentally, I was a mess. So like meditation was one of the key things that sort of helped me get in touch and like really detach from myself. And I mean, it was crucial. It was crucial, along with therapy, along with fucking
Hmm.
medication, along with all the other things that's needed to keep this fucking engine afloat here. You know, like constantly fighting my own bullshit. So
Yeah,
it's like I like to think of it as like I'm constantly itching the scars from of childhood. You know, like god damn it, they're
yeah. I
always bothering me.
I would say like yeah, when you just said that, like I got to a point in my life too where yeah, you build up all this karma and then where does it go? It's still like certain things are undealt with, and maybe certain things in your life you can't get past.
Hmm.
Well, you got to clean that up. You got to go inside and say, be honest with yourself. If
Yes.
you really want growth, if you don't, let people lie to you. I love the
Or
truth.
lie to
Even
yourself.
if it
Yeah,
hurts, but got to take care of yourself. Sift
absolutely.
through the problems.
But is that the same as a spiritual leader minus the religion factor? He loves doing adventure sports and shit. Um, is he a spiritual leader?
I want to say what you said, like your guru. It's more like it's bigger than him. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh,
It took me a minute to understand the concept, but there's been thousands of, hundred millions probably in existence that gurus come and gone,
mm-hmm.
and it's more like yeah, but probably more of a guru than an actual spiritual leader. I'm sure
Well, the
if you guys
definition
want
is
to
a
look him
spiritual teacher, especially one who imparts initiation. Each of the
something like
10
that.
first leaders of the Sikh religion. Okay, I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah, I'll send you some good shit that might, it'll just help you think about some shit.
I'm
You
down.
know?
Guru is a teacher, spiritual one is a sector. A guru could be a spiritual. Guru has many meanings, but the most common one is teacher. There you go. Yeah, so there you go, Bonnie. So a guru can be a teacher. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Let's just go with guru, everybody. We're going with guru. Um, uh, shit. What were we just talking about besides guru? We were talking about meditation, but do you have like do you have a mantra that you sort of repeat to yourself at all?
No, no, no mantra. You're talking about like things that I kind of like put in my head before the day starts or when I'm going to a
Well,
situation.
so like for me personally, when I am meditating, I sort of have a mantra that sort of helps me get out of my own head. It gives me something sort of to focus on other than like just the random thoughts passing through my head. So like my mantra is, and plus plus I'm practicing belly breathing for singing.
Hmm. Yes.
So like, so there's a timing to it. So I'm going in, was it in, breathe in 4, out 8. I think
Hmm.
that's how I have it. And then so it's like, I'm breathing in and I'm using the syllables for my counting. So it's like,
Uh-huh.
I love myself, and that's breathing
Uh-huh.
in. And then as I'm breathing out for 8,
Yeah.
so I can love other people. So there's my 8. So it's like
Okay.
you breathe in. So, and that's just that's just if in case I don't want to count.
Uh-huh.
And plus I have a hard time loving myself, and I'm supposed to do that, which sounds really stupid to say right now, but it's
My,
true. Like so many people don't love themselves, and it's really hard for them to to love other people because of that, or at least properly and respectively love other people.
yeah. Mine is like, but so mine, I do, I guess, to what you're saying, have one, but it's kind of like filed along with the meditation. I'm
Mm,
kind of early on in the stages of the meditation, and my journey is going to grow with that. But it 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 comes with the guided meditation being, I am not the body, I am not the mind, and I'll say it in crazy amount of times, however long the breathing period takes in that meditation, you know what I mean? And yeah, it really just, as far as detaching, it kind of helps. It's like, I am not the body, I am not the mind. So
right.
then I guess for the rest of the day, it does feel like you're kind of above your situations.
Well, I mean, after I'm done meditating, it's like I fucking, it's like I I don't know. It's like I've scrubbed the walls of my brain. You know, like I come out like my brain feels fresh. Like I don't feel cloudy. I don't feel bogged down. I don't feel like fucking I
Like you're
have
born again. Yeah.
yeah, man. It's like work like a hard workout is the same way. If I fucking go at it
Yeah.
real hard, you just fuck or like even better, the best one of all of them is fucking yoga. Have you ever fucked with yoga?
I did. I'm not so sure of like the differences. Like I said, I'm pretty early on in my journey with
Well,
that.
no. But you've heard of yoga, right? Like the
Yeah, yeah.
so like yoga is where you're combining you're building physical strength and stretching while fucking meditating and focusing, and it's like
That's dope.
it takes both worlds and fucking it's just you're like a whole new person. You're a whole new
Really.
person. And dude, I know you're fucking swole as fuck, but like
It'd be tough, huh?
I'm telling you, go
Tough.
try to yoga. Like go to a good studio too. Like California Yoga, I think in Sylvania, legit place. They fucking if you have a good teacher that's really gonna work your ass out, oh my god, when you're done, you are like fucking you are the second coming of Christ. I'm not joking. This
That's
is real
crazy.
shit, son. This is real shit. This has you on top of the moon, baby. But I don't do yoga because I feel too fat and everybody else is like real small and sexy and I'm all like jiggly and I'm like, I'll just go run on the elliptical or something. I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, I don't follow my own advice, by the way. Anyway,
Crazy.
but you know, like all of this sounds like it sort of goes in line with your whole message because you know, like the whole idea of power and love and you know that's the name of your next EP. So how
Mm.
does all of this sort of intertwine with that idea, power and love, and your new EP? All the things we've just
Yeah.
sort of been talking about, like meditation and you know self care and all that stuff.
So yeah, and now, as I told you, I've been working a long time to find my brand, my thing,
Mm.
as far as what I'm going to push for the next 30, 40, what I'm going to, years and give back to, this earth after I'm gone, whatever. And that's been the thing. And it's almost been like I had to go through, the life journey to figure out that was it. And the power and love, yes, it does fall in line with that. We have all the power, within ourselves. We are, it's corny to say we are love, but in a sense, with love, we have that power. If we think, to first take care, fill ourselves up to give that person away. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
So power and love, build this one up and then do what you can to serve others. Anything's possible. And it falls a lot in line with, my whole message to be like, look, there's so many things in this existence. Like, what are you going to create? What is it going to be a beautiful existence, or is it going to be, you know what I mean? Is it going to be shitty? Just like, oh man, the midlife crisis is coming soon. And it's like, I don't look at none of that shit. I don't anticipate the future. I used to a lot. I just, go and do and kind of like, as I was saying, just make sure I'm prepared for any opportunity, any moment to interact and have energy exchange with my people or new people I meet. And it's really, it's going to be an effort to put this thing out, this brand. Of course, I'm telling you, it's the EP that's dropping. It is that, but it's going to be much longer lasting. Like power and love ain't never going away. You know what I mean? This is about to be a brand. Like I used to have a lot of other brands that I stamped on like my albums and shit, but this is the one, and shout out to Manifest, helped me, formulate this. It just kind of gave me the encouragement to keep, trying to think of what it could be, my thing that I'm going to push out there. So the work's really just begun. And I know through the music that's about to drop, I know that people are going to feel it. And, it's going to feel just like the title, Power and Love. Like, when you hear it, like it hits, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hear it through the music. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. The like when I think power, power and love, you know, there, I see it as two separate things. Obviously, you got it, but like power can be sort of misconstrued in a negative way. What because you know people can look at power as something that's being used to keep somebody
Yeah.
suppressed, to keep somebody, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly, keep somebody down. Um, how are you defining power in this sense?
So the and it's more in like
Mhm.
power. The and
Oh,
and
I'm
in.
sorry, it's not
So it's
it's
power and
in
love,
love,
but it's also power in.
in
There's
love,
power in love. You
in
feel what I'm
love.
saying?
I
Everybody wants
do.
to. A lot of the times, and I was thinking about this the other day. Um, there's okay. There's always that jump to go to ego.
Mm,
Not we don't even notice, as humans, but there's that jump to, oh, I was wronged. I gotta make this right. Well,
yeah,
fuck, they ain't gonna talk to me like that.
right,
Fuck that. I'm about to shoot this motherfucker. I'm about to, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Something like that. But I know I got hit by a drunk driver like maybe few days ago. It wasn't a major. It was like they
Jesus.
bumped into my back of my truck. But about my cars, I'm funny as hell about my body damage. I hate it, bro. I've been through it a lot.
Yeah.
But whatever. I got out and I could tell a lady was drunk or whatever. Her mom was like super drunk. And I looked at it, I'm just staring like, God damn, man. I'm just staring at this bumper. And then I stopped and I realized, holy shit, dude. I'm not pissed or nothing. I'm not angry. I can handle this situation. This could
Yeah.
go this doesn't have to go south. So it was kind of like being above that. So
Mm.
choosing love, not love necessarily in that
Yeah.
situation, but instead of choosing the violence and anger, which poisons us automatically, so we couldn't make decisions anyway if we went there right away. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? There's power in love to be able to see, okay, you get in a situation like, whew, let's be above this for a moment. You are more clear headed when you are filled with love, or just like you said, when you get done with your yoga, meditation, whatever, you're clear.
Mm.
Nothing's blocking it. When you are angry, there is emotion clouds logic. Like they say, love clouds logic. It
Mm.
can. You know what I'm saying? If you're in that state, you can't do anything, and you're just going to hurt yourself. You're already being poisoned by, you know what I'm saying, being angry. So to choose, more of the love side, or not even love, but like, let me take out what I think about the situation and just see it for what it is. When you hit there's the power. And to me, that's love, because you're not doing anything right off the jump that's gonna fuck you over or put you in. You're not just acting out of impulse. You're
Yeah.
creating the space between impulse and action. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So that's love to your own self. You
Dude,
know what I
I
mean?
know exactly what you're saying, and that's exactly what I've been trying to work on for so long. I mean, this idea of not, it's reactionary. Oh my God, how dare you, moving Dutchman?
Yeah.
Thank you, moving Dutchman. I
What I
am
call those
inspired
things?
today. It's like that moment of reaction that can dictate whether or not like you and your partner are gonna have a good weekend, or if it's gonna die right here right now, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
these are the things that I'm constantly having to battle with my own self, just trying to figure this shit out. Hey Haas, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome here. And again, moving judgment. Thank you for those 100 biddies, buddy. This idea of having that little space of reaction. Haas, elite race. All right, is this gonna be a hate raid? Is this what we're gearing up for? Is a hate raid? Is that what's gonna happen here? Hold on, let me check something, guys.
We in the hot tub. It's all good vibes.
Haas, let me know if you're real, because that might have to see what's peaceful followers. Okay, all right. As long if you say so, moving Dutchman. I don't even see Haas. Elite race. Hold on, let me see something. Created 2 hours ago. Yeah, you know what? Created 1 hour ago. You know what? Haas is infamous. Every stream, I go live. Okay, well, this says that it was created 2 hours ago, and I'm gonna go ahead and block this motherfucker.
What is it, a bot?
I don't know what it is, but Reina's stream is constantly getting fucked with these bots.
Mm.
And sorry, Haas, even if you are a good person, I'm blocking your bitch ass because you just made your account an hour or 2 hours ago, and that's real sus, bro. That's real fucking sus. So fuck you. And I hope I blocked your hate raid. And if it wasn't a hate raid, well, sorry. You shouldn't have fucking came up in here like that.
This us.
You shouldn't have
Yeah.
came up in here like that, Haas. It's a bot. I think they're fucking with our counters. Yeah, well, I don't like that. I still don't like that. Yeah, well, I don't like it. I'm blocking them. Fuck them. It's like Reina has been getting all these hate raids, which I don't know if you're familiar with what they are, but hate raids are when people. God, I am not a fan of my double chin going here. Hate raids are when like they have a bunch of bots that come into your chat and they just say a bunch. It says like the N word or they say horrible things against like the LGBTQ community and stuff like that. So it's like. I get real suspicious when I see stuff that's been created an hour ago. That usually means it's followed by like dicks in the chat, like big old dicks. Dicks coming. So I'm just gonna go ahead. In any case, the Haas is definitely a bot. Thank you, behind that zoo. Anyways, that moment, that short moment that we were talking about between reaction and how you react to something and like the thought because like sometimes somebody will just do something and you're like fuck you, right? But like having that moment to step back and being like at least have some sort of foresight or insight, just be like okay, this person has been going through a lot this week, or if it's a stranger's like, I don't know what kind of day they've had. I don't know what this person's, what their life is like. Is this worth going forward, like possibly getting arrested? Is it worth this? And I found that the thing that's helped me with that the most is mindfulness or meditation or this idea, like practicing mindfulness, practicing meditation is one of those things that help me get that little space between reaction and a bad fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I think those things are integral. Like the idea of being mindful and being able to sort of separate yourself just for a moment, separate from yourself to sort of see a bigger picture of what's going on and sort of have a little bit of foresight to know that if you react like this, then this, it just, I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, you're in a relationship with your partner. You know how interacting can be. Sometimes some days it's like stepping on eggshells. Some days it's like fucking, a nice warm bath. But it's just like, you got to be prepared for both of them. And sometimes your partner's having a bad day. They say something kind of snippy. And you could either A, go, fuck you, you fucking dog cunt. Or you can say, they're having a bad day. I'm going to fucking chill the fuck out. Let's just let this one roll off. And let's keep pushing because or address it in a mindful way where you're like, hey, I just wanted you to know you've been really, talking shit to me all day and it's starting to get to me.
I don't know if you noticed.
I'm just letting you know right now because it is starting to get to me. I'm trying to be okay with this. I'm trying to like be understanding, but it's really hard when you act like such a fucking bitch.
That's why, like, if we prepare ourselves, you know what I'm saying, each day to give of ourselves. We know not everybody's going to be in that road. We expect most 90% of people are not going to be in that same mind frame. So we look to be like, yeah, that's where the compassion come in. Like, okay, yeah, maybe less is best in this situation or this situation. Sometimes I'll be honest, it's kept me at bay from certain things. Like, do I address this or do it? You know what I mean? Because there's times when you got to do what you got to do, and shit and you'll know when it's like when you got to get real with shit, or you can play that way. I would say most times in people's life, it ain't that crazy where it's got to go to the extreme.
Right.
If so there's a lot of things we can save ourselves from. You know what I'm saying? But not everything. So gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes you gotta slap a bitch, and I don't mean women, men. Okay.
Right.
I'm
right.
talking about bitch in the general sense of like sometimes you gotta smack a
Let
bitch.
a motherfucker know, yeah.
Yeah, let a motherfucker know. Sometimes that they're line stepping.
Yeah, I like that.
We've had questions from the chat, so we should probably get to that. And oh shit, Press Play asked this a long time ago. I don't even know if he's here. He probably left. So this is from Wild But Sober. Waffles or pretzels? Now I gotta preface this before you answer. Waffles or pretzels? Now we're talking about pretzels. These are some soft bake, fresh pretzels that you can dip into sauces and shit. So, what do you prefer? Waffles, however you like them, however you're picturing them, or pretzels, the soft baked, salt and stuff.
You're never gonna believe me, man. I went to this fair over the weekend. They had a fucking like pretzel, like calzone pretzel with waffles and shit in it, dude. I swear to God, dude. Crazy as shit. That's so weird you asked me that. But if I could, I'd do the both.
You do both.
I would do both. But for this instance, I'm gonna go to waffles because I like breakfast a lot. If I had to eat, not all the time do I get to eat, but breakfast would be it. So anything associated with that, waffles, I'm going in.
This is crazy. So wait, it was a pretzel stuffed with like waffles and meats and stuff.
They were like, a calzone stand. So like they got taco shops and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They had like a dog on it or something like that. But there was a calzone. But everything was in calzones. Pizzas, Italian subs, anything, waffles. But it was like the calzone was made out of pretzels and stuff. It was so fire, dude. So yeah.
Wild But Sober, where you at, son?
Come on, Press. This was the answer they was waiting for.
That was a good answer. When will you and In Session make a country album?
Oh shit, I don't fuck with country. He said that. Did Press Play say that?
That's Press Play's question.
Oh my God. Nah, you ain't touching country. No, shout out to any country music. You like country, go ahead, fuck with it or whatever. But me and In Session's got a lot of. We actually are. I don't want to give too much away, but starting like a podcast, and it kind of has like a country theme, but we're gonna have like some seriousness to it. We got like a lot of voices we do, so these characters are gonna come full on. So it is gonna be crazy, man. So no country music, not my thing, but definitely probably more of the southern realm, if you will. You know what I'm saying, in that podcast.
Country, I mean,
I know you feel a certain way about country.
I don't care for country like on the radio. I think that's dog shit. But like there's some country artists that I absolutely love. Like I mean, there's no doubt like George Jones or Hank Williams.
Oh yeah,
Hank Williams Jr. Even Hank Williams III. Fucking Sturgill Simpson is an amazing. Fucking Jason Isbell is an amazing artist. Like, I mean, it's just when I think it's whenever you put any kind of bubblegum poppy bullshit over anything is when things start to fall apart. I mean, it's like Taylor Swift. She's barely got. Well, now she's crossover, but like that wasn't barely country, and I don't care for Taylor Swift at all. But like. There's like 10 good country songs. No, there's more than that.
No, there's some good country music out there. It's just like
what the pop. Go ahead.
If we were to say what we thought was these are my top 5 dopest country songs ever, you might send them to like have somebody that really listens to country music be like, that ain't fucking country. the fuck, you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
there's people who like really listen to it. But yeah, no, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of like artists and albums like over the
Right.
times that have been, you know, stapled in music,
Mhm.
no doubt, no question. I mean, I know a lot of country artists. I know a lot about just, you know,
Right.
music in general. So I know I have tastes in, you know, the country field, but it ain't my thing, you know.
No, and that's fine. It's like country don't have to be everybody's thing, but
Mhm.
it's just like you know, I don't know. To me, it's always weird when people are just like, "I fucking hate country," and it's like, man, I bet there's some country out there that you actually
You
do
like
like,
it,
and you
yeah.
don't know it. And it's you just like, "Ah, I hate country," and a lot of times people do mean like modern country. I like what I like what behind that suit said. Modern country, basically pop
Mhm.
rap. It's basically pop rap. That's exactly right. It's basically just
Yeah.
pop that they put like a fucking slide guitar over. It's like some like fucking weirdo is sitting in a room somewhere producing this like all inbox beat, and then they send it off to fucking Nashville to have some like old school fucking,
Nair,
yeah,
nair.
add some fucking pedal steel over it, and then they send it out. It's a hit. Let's go.
My love.
Uh,
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of country music growing up. Could never sway me, even content wise. Switch, lean, and hose. To beer and honey. Yeah, switch lean and hose to beer and honeys. Yeah, and pick up trucks.
I would say I don't even know. See, this is one of them ones I'm gonna throw out there that I don't know if somebody be, man, this dude's fucking stupid. That ain't him. That ain't country. Johnny Cash. I think it's country. Like that's a real artist right there. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of his songs like well every single one. You know there's some rock and roll, but there's also a lot of like and definitely tell there's country influence. Of course, you know him, you know, being from Tennessee or whatever. But yeah, man, like I I think
Absolutely.
there's a difference even in, you know, what do they call like rap and rappers or hip hop. That line gets misconstrued a lot, and
Yeah.
people know the real and people know the fake. You know,
Yeah.
you can tell in everything. You know,
Yeah.
creation.
Exactly. And here's the thing. It's like fucking people who the same people who are like, I hate country, fucking love a boy named Sue, right? Like, it's like I shot. That's not Boy Named Sue, but I shot a man in Reno just
Yeah.
to want him to die.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to ma on me. He said
Yeah,
this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze.
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that's it. That's Johnny,
Exactly.
man.
People love that stuff. I have no idea what Boy Named Sue is. Shut up.
That
Find that
boy
stuff.
named Sid. That's Johnny Cash song. Yeah, yeah.
Um, no, it just I don't know. Bonnie did not like me saying that. I bet. I bet Bonnie was like, "Shut up." You know what the fuck that is, motherfucker. um, no, I don't know. Like, it's just I think with any music though, it does that same thing. It's like with pop music, it's like there's very few pop artists out right now that I'm just like, oh yeah, like I love Bruno Mars, like he's
Mhm.
great. But like, there's not really a lot of pop artists that I'm just like, oh yay, I just can't wait. I don't know, but like for any genre though, it's like anytime they try to like mainstream it or they're just trying to make it for the masses, and it's like,
Right,
man,
right.
it's like, ugh, it's like when they start putting the stuff out that's made for large consumption, which
Yeah,
I get it. When you make music, when you're making art, you want it to be you
acceptable by the masses. Yeah,
exactly you want people to love it in a big scale, but like what's being pushed and what money is being put behind is whatever some like crusty old executive thinks is going to be the next fucking name the hit song, whatever. So it's like, fuck, dude, like it's just basically it's a bunch of rich old out of touch fucks like betting on what's gonna work next, right? It's like, well, is this the one?
yeah.
Is this the one?
I agree with what you said though. I felt like okay, so like late '90s, early 2000s, everybody was kind of like they only really had a few things to listen to as
Mm,
far as like what we were given, you know, musically on the
right.
radio and stuff. Backstreet Boys and Sync
Ugh,
or what,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? As far as pop goes, or Britney Spears,
Right.
and
I
it
used to hate
was
all that
like
shit. Now I think it's great, which is awful. which is weird, but whatever. Go
Well,
ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like now when they say artists went pop, like certain ones, like you just said, The Weeknd, or I even think where they're saying Young Thug went pop and stuff. Some artists are very fit for that, whatever they call pop, and they're actually making it's like, wait, this is pop music. This is great. This is like
And they
they're making
transcend
good
it.
music,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
undeniable anywhere.
Exactly. And
You know,
like the Weeknd, who I absolutely
The Weeknd,
adore.
yeah.
I love the Weeknd. I love Bruno. I mean, I love her. I love Janae Aiko. I love all this new all R&B stuff that's happening right now,
Me too. A lot.
which is pop R&B, but
Mhm.
you know, even R&B and stuff is not always necessarily, you know, considered pop charts, you know, like not like BTS fucking, you know, whatever that song is that they got out. It's poppy and it's groovy, but I don't know, it's just like this sounds like anything from everyone. So it's like
There you go. Yeah.
it just doesn't. It's like yeah, it makes me go like I don't even know how the song goes anymore. Reina constantly teaches that song because everybody loves K-pop now. So like, how the fuck did that happen? How did which nothing against it. I'm not hating on it, but it's like how did K-pop become like a pop fixture in this country?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. America just takes whatever the fuck it wants. It's like
Run
this
with
is mine now.
it.
But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. What do you think about the pop arena right now? What's going on with it?
I think like so uh, for different people, it's like a different perspective on it. Now I do feel like what I just said as far as the pop area where they're saying like I feel like a lot of cats are targeting, and I'll say to get the young thug, oh he went pop, or like certain artists that get to that heavy space where what's the next step in elevation, oh they went pop. I feel as if some of them are just good and in that space, you know what I'm saying? And they just make good music and there's no way around it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I think it's definitely necessary, you know what I mean? I like you were saying with the Weeknd and stuff, like I I like every place that he's coming from in a creative aspect, and it hits. It hits. So some some artists are just meant for it. They're
Yeah.
just meant for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just hit or miss. It's like because it's like
Yeah,
some shit out there is just like, ugh, fucking stupid. And
yeah.
then some of it, it's fucking, oh my god. Yeah, pop is fun though. And pop
Do
is
you think? Hold on, I want to ask you a question. Do you think Post Malone has made the transition into pop or whatever it would be, pop, hip hop, whatever they're? Do you think he has
I think that he has, but I don't think he's completely accepted.
that? Yeah.
But like I mean, like obviously he has. Like I think, I mean, he fucking did it. But if you talk to like real hip hop heads and like real people, like people who are really into it, is like they think he's a fucking poser, and because what because he was like metal before this, right? And then he put tattoos on his face, and then became sing songy hip hop, and now he found some success with it and he ran with it. So there's some people out there who think he's a complete poser and piece of shit. And I think it's obvious that he did fine transit. I mean, he just like behind that Sousa, it seemed like he's been pop this whole time. So like I don't know if he
Maybe.
transitioned, but I
Maybe.
mean he's done well with it, obviously.
That's another thing too. Like, is it what you said that like it's really a combination of all influences of type of music and pop, and it's just the perfect blend and mixture, and it's acceptable
Hmm.
to everybody. So now you're gonna have be like, God damn, I'm sick of hearing this song on the fucking radio. But you're gonna have those listeners that are like, oh man, yeah, you heard his other album, man, this dude's solid. I knew he'd be this big one day, or
Hmm.
something like that. And that's just like art in general. The music, the art, it's like if it exists in that space, most times it's real art. You know what I'm saying? Most times there's a couple, posers, whatever, get in the industry. It doesn't
Hmm.
make make the money and
I
don't
like
do it.
Post Malone. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I don't think
I
he's a
think
poser. I
he's
think he's awesome.
yeah. I think he's gonna be stapled. I said it a long time ago. Like he's gonna be stapled in music. You know, bigger than a rapper. That's
Hmm.
what we want to do. Bigger than a rapper. Oh, you're not. You're bigger than a country music. So now everybody knows fucking like Cher, the song you were singing earlier. Everybody knows Cher. Everybody knows Madonna. They're not rappers. You can't box them in.
Hmm.
Pop singer, I guess you could call them, but damn, they've transcended all those genres. Now
Hmm.
they're the artists.
Yeah.
You know, they could do
Hmm.
anything. They could go any
Right.
genre.
Yeah, and sort of like Kanye, sort of he I don't even know if you can call it hip hop anymore. I don't even know what the fuck.
Right.
I'm actually curious. Have you heard Donda and oh shit, what the fuck's the other one? Drake's.
CLB, Certified
Yeah,
Lover Boy.
thank you. Have you heard?
I'm uh I'm getting through. Okay, so
Come on in,
gotta
OG. Well,
study
you're
the
welcome
greats.
in.
Um, CLB. I've been on. Of course, I'm definitely a big Drake fan, and whenever those albums hit, it's always like a you almost got to study the tape and just listen and feel it, and
Yeah.
it always brings a good vibe. But I'm getting through that one, and then I'm gonna have fresh ears for Donda. Not really in a comparison type thing, but I mean, man, Drake's the first one I would go to listen to. You know, I might be a little biased on that, but I'm gonna listen to Ye shit and see what's popping. I already know there's gonna be, like you said, pushing the envelope so much. It's like you gotta respect that off top, like somebody's that's putting all that into the art. So I'll go into it with the open mind. I have not heard Donda yet, but CLB, I like CLB. I really do. And sometimes with these records, you gotta give them time too. You know what I mean? Because watch, like 5 years from now, I just thought about it today. They're gonna be playing one of the, like probably 5 or 6 of the CLB tracks on somebody's Instagram video that some girl's getting ready to it and about doing her hair, whatever. And it's like, oh, well, I thought they said that record was trash. You know, you never know.
Right.
Time really always that factor for it. So
That's a good response, actually. Honestly, I've listened to both. Like I just listened to Drake's album once, like this morning, and then
the
I've
whole
heard
thing,
Donda. Yeah.
yeah,
And then I listened to Donda, you know, when it first came out a couple times,
yeah.
and I think I do need to give them both a little bit more. But just off of like the first listens, is like again, I love Kanye West, and despite his personal choices, his personal life choices he's been making, you know, I've always been a
Yeah.
fan of what he's done. I've always been a fan of him as a producer, as a musician, and as a rapper, and even as a singer. Even though I mean, whatever, he can sing a little bit, you know. So like, whatever. But what I've found in his albums and like the thing is, I fucking loved that gospel album. I think that is such a great album. That album is so good. Like, because I love gospel, first of all. Gospel's amazing. And then Kanye, so it was fine. I absolutely enjoyed that album. But to go from that to this, like, very sparse and very ethereal and very, like I was saying, there's a kick, beep, kick, beep, kick, snake, kick, rough, kick, cat, kick. You know, like it's just kick.
It is.
I was just like, okay, like the first 3 songs don't even have a drum beat. Okay, I get it. You're experimenting. I get it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. When I listen to hip hop, when I listen to music, I want to go like this, and like all I'm doing is sort of like
having to think about, is this dope? Is this dope? Am I yeah.
Is this cool?
Am I allowed to?
Do I like this?
Yeah, man. That's funny.
That's the thing.
Cool,
If something hits me like that, where it's like, do I like this, or do I like it because I like the artist so much? Anytime that hits, that always sends up a red flag for me. Now with Drake,
yeah.
the album kicks in right away. Like it's very much a normal, or what you'd say, you know, a normal hip hop album, and you know,
the normal Drake album.
the normal Drake album, and it hits, but I do like the idea, because I did put up like sort of a little thing on Facebook because I do like to just sort of get other people's opinion about things, and I did like that idea. Is like, hey, how about this? Both albums can go eat a dick. And you know what? And honestly,
yeah, I see
in
that.
my
It's
head,
fun.
you know, when I think about it, when the way they said it, I was like, well, it's kind of true. Like both of them, like I just feel like if I have to sit there and really like want to like your album, then it's just never gonna like it. So both albums are okay. I would say both albums. Look at this. Haas is back.
Oh shit!
You create a new fucking thing just so you can come through here and get blocked again?
Might be the police.
It's the police. They can eat.
It could be. I don't know. Creating no bots.
Come on, dude. Are you really gonna do this? Is this really what you're doing, Haas? Bot Haas? This is annoying.
I want to talk to him. Get him on. Can we put him on?
Can we put?
Haas, come on.
He's just gonna keep going, isn't he? This stupid bot is just gonna keep doing this.
It's like the virus to your guys' Twitch streams or whatever.
I guess.
Kind of.
I mean,
The bots. Yeah.
The bots. The bots. I just feel like they're being annoying at this point. I can do this though. Just shut that off. Come back over here and fucking block them again.
They're trying to spite us.
They are. No, this is definitely a troll session. Iggy's new album is better than Drake or Kanye. Iggy who? Iggy Pop?
Iggy Azalea or whatever.
Oh, is Iggy Azalea came out with a new album? I didn't realize that. Whatever happened to her? Stop the follow alert. You have my permission. Yeah, I stopped it. I just stopped it. I don't want to hear the da-da-da-da anymore either. She's the best. I haven't heard from her since that one song she had that one time, which I can't
Yeah, like 2015, 2016.
I mean, she's cool. I haven't heard it.
What it was.
Well, okay. So the only reason why everyone's comparing the two albums, by the way, because the way you said, I don't want to compare them, but the only reason why people are comparing Donda and fucking and CLB is because of all the beef that's been going on.
And they dropped the same day too.
Yeah. So it's hard not to draw comparisons, especially when. But so dig this. Do you think that this could possibly be a marketing ploy for both of them? Where like, because this is not above Kanye.
You know what, I think even deeper than I was going to ask you if you thought this, right? As you said, that's funny. I almost wonder, maybe this isn't falling in line with what you're saying. I almost wonder if this isn't like to something bigger. You know how they like a distraction almost, like to get the masses to be like only focus on this. Like, why are dudes dropping in the same day? You know, they never had before.
Right.
What's really going on? You know what I mean?
On the foot,
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yes. Exactly.
Could be. Maybe it's a reach, but
they are covering it a lot, and they are putting it towards the front, and they are saying it's trending on Twitter. It is getting a lot of attention. The
marketing's genius, though. I will say on both parts. You know, Kanye definitely to me, from what was broadcast and seen on the social media and shit, like put a lot more into it and a lot longer. And then, you know, CLB has been coming for a long time. And I think the Billboard thing was dope, you know, and plus Drake's got it like that where he could do that. Not saying Kanye don't, you know, he was smart to kind of switch it up and do it more in the silent way. And then Kanye's like renting out stadiums and shit and like making it this thing that came from nothing. So the marketing, it's genius on both their parts.
I mean, like when you look back on like what they've done, I think that, I mean, like when you look back at like even like Rap Illuminati, how they let that sort of get out of hand. Fucking Beyonce and Jay-Z when they're when they had a he was cheating or whatever, and they had this whole thing. Right. Both their albums were being released. He was cheating right around the same time the albums were getting released, and so I'm just wondering
all
if
this build.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm wondering. I mean, the other genius thing about what Kanye did was that he released the stems, and so you can buy the stems of the other rappers that were not featured on the album, because there was some big hubbub about how he bumped Jay-Z off of one of the songs, and then like put Da Baby on, and,
Yeah, yeah, I
and
seen that.
like there's all this controversy. So like, I mean, even that in its own. I mean, like even when you look at the MAGA years or the MAGA months that Kanye was running around with his fucking little stupid red hat on, like all this stuff was
Yeah,
sort of coinciding around like things that were being released, things that were like things that were that he was trying to push. So, I mean, honestly, it could just be another ploy. I mean, that I think the real genius is there behind the marketing. It's not only
yeah,
is the music good, but like he has the idea. I mean, if you can sell a fucking T-shirt for a white tee for $400, then you're doing something right. You're doing
you're
something.
definitely doing something right. I'm trying
I
to
mean,
get that over here.
right? Where's my $400 white tee?
I got 10 of them bitches. What's good?
Yeah, right. I'll sell that shit
Yeah,
right now. Who needs it?
yeah,
$400. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like it's just what's he gonna what is he gonna stop? Like how is he gonna keep going? And if this is all marketing ploys, how do you keep one upping yourself? Like how do you keep sort of the train rolling? I mean, who knows?
I well, I don't know if there's a question towards me, yes or no. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
how does one? Well, I think I thought about this too. Like, because artists will get to that space. Like, an artist will tell you, like, there's only so much bigger once you get to like a Drake level or a Ye level. But I really do believe it's like, you know, they did what they were supposed to do for the album drops and shit like that. But for them to just keep creating, with more of the open mind and that open space allows the good music. You can never prep like this is gonna be my best album ever.
Yeah.
You just gotta be full of life and make the best music and put all into your music. You know what I mean? And whatever is gonna come from that's gonna come from that. Even if, you know, 95 or I would say like maybe 60% don't rock with that drop. Like I feel like a lot of what Mac Miller was dropping was genius and it was in his lane. And like maybe cats wanted to hear like a whole different side of Mac. You know what I'm saying? But he was being true to himself, and that's all that matters because that's the higher calling. You're answering your higher calling by putting it out there. And yeah, you're vulnerable by putting it out there because there is gonna be somebody who don't like it or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody who cares, somebody who loves it. That I know they have to think about that, and I don't know necessarily what that realm is like to really like. Oh, there's so much pressure this next drop, but I think they were genius by kind of using each other in a sense to. They both helped each other skyrocket their shit. If CLB would have dropped, and Donda wasn't even, maybe Donda didn't drop till like next year, 2 years or whatever, totally different scenario, universe, whatever. There's no way it would have had as much traction as it did now. They both helped each other. It was beautiful for hip hop. Like that, nobody can deny. You know what I'm saying? So I just think you just got to keep pushing and not, you could get really stuck in the past trying to one up your old self or whatever. Cause you're a new you,
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? A new phase when you're putting another body of work out. So
Yeah.
it's come to a new star, you know what I'm saying? You
Well,
got to
yeah.
follow that.
And I mean, just as a human being too. I mean, you're not the same exact human being you were fucking, last year.
Before you
Shit.
got all that out
I
there, you know
mean,
what I mean?
I wasn't the same human being I was like fucking 10 seconds ago. Like I'm literally getting older as I talk. I'm literally deteriorating. Like cells are dying off of me right now as I
They're being
speak,
reborn.
and some, but eventually they won't be. Eventually well, I guess. But what is it? Every 7 years or something, your
The
cells.
karma shifts. kind of, yeah, every 7 years.
everything,
The
everything.
new cells.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see.
everything. So it's almost like you're a new person every fucking 7 years, even just physically.
That's,
So,
yeah.
it's people evolve, people change, people suck,
Hmm.
people people fuck, people have kids, people have shitty kids. I don't know. I'm just saying things now. I think the drugs are kicking in. It happens.
That's crazy though that you was making mention of the whole, just the trying to one up. I just feel like, like I said, I don't let myself get. I think that's why I have met like such good content, and I feel like it's not, bragging or anything, but I really believe in my work,
Mhm.
and I see it evolving. I see it because I'm just trusting it. And before, man, it would take me a long time to drop something. I'd just be so, hesitant, not even hesitant, but just pick about every little thing that by the time drop hit, I was like freaking, exhausted, almost tapped out. Of course, I've stayed working on the next one while I was doing it, but like I was just kind of spent, like the nerves shot you, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's like I don't ever like to really, focus on that too much. I appreciate things for what they are and be like, oh, it's beautiful. What can we do? We can create more opportunity. We can create better music
Yeah.
or more music. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do now?
How do you handle like criticism? How do you handle people like, or even if it's not criticism, but yeah, like, well, how do you handle criticism? Even and then take it a step further. How do you handle haters?
I like I said, I've gotten to a lot different space. I used to be real, and I think real like conscientious of that stuff, and it would bog me down. And then I really hit a point of growth once I got past that. Like I love it. If even a motherfucker would stand in front of me and tell, man, your music suck, trash, blah 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 blah. I appreciate them telling me their honest opinion. I don't want them to lie to me. You feel what I'm saying? I love the truth and I can handle it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hurt me. You just maybe you haven't either A, listened to it all the way because you couldn't say it sucked at that point. B, you haven't gone through that. Or like I'm understanding if people are to either tell me straight out they don't fuck with my shit, whatever. I've never had anybody say that, but there's people out there that don't,
Yeah.
fuck with it or whatever. I just kind of I accept it for what it is because it is the truth. It's not a bad or a good thing. How does it affect me? It's not affecting my kids, my pocketbooks, nothing like that. So um I really more got now to the point as far as the criticism, the haters, the likes and dislikes. I love it. I love it when I get a dislike or likes or
Mhm.
whatever. It means more people have taken time out to watch it. I've had some hateful comments,
Mm.
never to my face or whatever, but on social media and shit. And it's like it's interesting to hear. I'm like, wow, you took your time to type that shit out. So you must have watched my shit. You must have been stuck in my shit for a minute. So some part of you related with it. Good. I
Mm.
grabbed something. That's good. That's what we want. You know what I mean? Because more, they always say, like, okay, no bad publicity. Well, it's true because you're just getting more eyes to the shit. Whatever people think about Donda, CLB, whatever, motherfuckers is listening to that shit. Whether
Talking
they're
about it.
listening to, man, this is ass, bro. Let's hear the next song.
Yep.
And this
This
fucking
shit's ass. Let's hear the
motherfuckers
next
really
one.
sit around and like, man, can't do
Yeah,
nothing.
no, you're
You
absolutely
know
right.
what I mean? So
You're absolutely, and
I
we're
just,
talking. We just had a whole conversation about,
yeah,
on a
I
podcast.
like the real. I like the real. I like the when I say the real, the good and the bad, because it's like I can't just, there's no rain without sunshine type deal, or
Yeah.
sunshine without rain, whatever. Uh, it's you gotta see it all, and it helps you to be like, because some people, if they say something like maybe they say a hater comment to some people, it might be hater, but it's actually criticism. They might really like your music and are telling you, yo, don't go that way, or like, hey, I like when you talk about this more or whatever. It's a good point to think like maybe, okay, the fans are listening to it. They might want to hear more of this side of me or this side of
Mm.
the music. So I keep it in mind, and I welcome it. I accept it. I welcome the fire, the good times, anything, you know. So that's kind of how I see it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's healthy. Fuck, dude. Like, I tell you
Took a
what,
long
though.
time to get that way, though.
It's a healthy way to look at it, man, because I tell you what, like Twitter, fuck, dude, Twitter has fucked me over just my head. Like I don't go on Twitter and put down anything like weird or not weird, but like I
Too
won't put.
revealing
I will not. Yes. I guess that was a good way to put it. Or,
about your inner thoughts and opinions and
yeah,
shit, right?
because I mean, even the most like basic thing I put up there once, and I got like fuck it,
What
like
was it?
it was like podcasting tip number podcasting tip. Never ask your guests what they don't want to talk about. Why impede the conversation before it even starts? Boy, howdy, did people not like that? They were just like, don't, you don't do that. I got DMs and shit. Like, I would never put that energy out there. And it's like, I don't know, that people were acting like I was like, just want to talk about like, horrible things that's gonna bring up some sort of
Detrimental to the
childhood
person.
trauma. Yeah, like I want. So tell me about your molesting ass of uncle. Yeah, tell me
Yeah.
about, tell me the last time you were beaten by your spouse. Like what?
Right.
Like no, that's not how it works. But that was that, and I just stopped. There was a couple other things, but that was the worst one, and it was such a like a. It was just a general statement. Well, I asked if they agreed, and so because I put at the end, "Do you agree?" and they didn't. Nobody agreed. But this is how I've been doing things for the last 6-7 years. This is how my show is still growing for whatever reason. The audio is still growing, so like I'm not gonna sit here and change up everything, but I was curious on what people's opinions on that were because I know there's a risk by not asking if there's anything that they don't want to talk about, but we're fucking adults. And if I touch on a
Right.
subject that you don't want to talk about, we
Just
don't
tell me go the other way. Yeah.
just say pass. And I'll be like, wow, no problem. We're going the other way. I won't even say wow. I'll just be like, cool, let's talk about something else.
Another thing too is like, okay, so like in response to that, the haters, whatever, on like the internet shit, it's like you'll hit a point in your head. How long am I really gonna argue with this motherfucker on like I don't know what the hell their day could be filled with that
Right.
first they would even offer a response to this. So there must have been it's like there's so many factors go into it, like how long should I really give this attention
Yep.
for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To let it ruin my day? No. You know what I mean? So it's kind of handle them like that.
Yeah.
You know.
You're right, man. You're right. It's just like
But we're human, so it does affect us, even if we say it don't.
I've been yeah, for sure, man. And like the thing was that wouldn't have affected me so much if I hadn't been coming off of other stuff during that time period. So like I just there was just like it was just like a bombardment of just criticism at the time, that especially self-criticism that I was dealing with, and that was just sort of the icing on the cake. And I was just like, I can't deal with it. I'm not fuck Twitter. For now on, it's just gonna be like my posting board, like everything else. I'm just gonna post what I got going on. I'm not gonna put my opinion on it. And then I found myself the other day putting my opinion about something out there. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Dude.
I try to stay away from, like, of course, in the music, it gets out there, with your opinions or whatever. But whatever, I say what I say. If anybody wants to, approach me about it, they can do that in person, whatever. But it's like, yeah, for the Twitter stuff, I used to be a little bit more opinionated on Twitter. And then I was like, man, why am I don't know. I just better think about a lot of these things before I put them out. So I always try to like really put positive stuff that's not too regurgitated.
Yeah.
Because I feel a lot of stuff is regurgitated. Everything really is, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, well, maybe that thought, I'll do the impulse between action and like, I won't post it. It turns into a draft and then it gets deleted.
That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. Like, it's funny because like I'll write something all out, and like you would think that the act of writing everything out, especially me because
Mhm.
I can't type worth the shit, so it's extra like slow. Just the
Mhm.
time it takes you to write a complete like thought, you would think that that would be enough time to be like, hey, this is stupid, erase. But
Yeah.
no, not for me.
Eh,
It's just like send, send.
then sometimes sometimes it gotta be like that, you know.
Sometimes it gotta be, yeah, no, it
Yeah.
doesn't. Dude, tell me about Hooked on Phonics because this has been a long time
Yeah.
coming. So, what the fuck's going on?
Super. This has been I have had this album idea in mind since like 2010, but it
I
hasn't
feel
been
like the
right.
last time you were on, we were talking about this album.
Yeah. I was saying it's coming. It's coming. It needed that time, you know
It
what I
needs that
mean? And
time to cook, baby. Got to marinate. Got to marinate.
yeah, it needed to marinate. And I got a great collection of tracks now to the point where, you know, I've stayed on the grind, you know what I
Mm.
mean? And it's kind of like now coming to that point, yeah, I gotta drop it, you know, give the people more. And I'm trying to drop more content within a year instead of just lately the past few years it's been one project a year, and I'll push it out through the whole entire year just to let people marinate on it and sit feel it.
Mm.
This one I'm more the project Hooked on Phonics. It's coming to. The tracks are really already. There's some of them just in the mixing, you know, final phases now, and are really ready to just kind of give it to the world, you know, in a few months here. But it's more like there's gonna be maybe some R&B type shits on it, and just you know, kind of coming with my it's like an update of where I'm at with things, my artistry, my life, um, and it's just raw, real, like what the music I want you to hear. I feel like now to the point where I'm at right now, I'm making the music I've really always wanted to make, and I'm trying new things. And it's some of it's scary, but I one thing I feel every time I'm either in the booth or something, or even when I'm writing it, like sometimes it makes me short of breath because I'm like, holy shit, like because I really believe in this shit, and I know, you know, whether it's after I'm gone or whether I'm here in a few years from now, it's gonna stick. Somebody's gonna hear it. It might be the music of the future. I don't know, but it's like it's something I really believe in. So I'm just kind of gonna give them the word, and they're gonna be hooked on the word, hooked on phonics. So that's what it's about.
We getting hooked on phonics over here, folks. And when's that? When you expecting to drop that?
So right now, the hope is that depends on how the success of the Power and Love EP do. You know, December 21st. I want to try to give them, you know, 3 projects within this year. Um, and the EP, of course, earlier this year, Star 67 was dropped. That was a culmination of everything, you know, to a point within my artistry, and now the Power and Love, the EP, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with the Hook on Phonics at the very end of the year. It might even the 21st might shift to the end. Just depends on how mixing goes. The end of December, you know, a few more days depends. But I just really feel like it's time for me to start dropping hella content on folks as far as you know, cause I'm ready. I wouldn't say I'm in my prime. I've been at it for a long time, but I'm I'm hungry. I'm hungry, and there's a fire in here. You know what I mean? And it's just gonna continue to blaze up and do a bigger inferno. You know, the star is rising, as I like to say. My star is rising.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I,
and yeah. Hey, like I said, the our star, the the manifest. Can you see that? Hey,
manifest dreams.
manifest dreams right there. Oh, we got a mirror thing going on, but really, we're a multimedia and lifestyle brand, and we encourage and help artists to create their vision to life. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody knows how to do it. It's sometimes it's simple things to us as artists, but you wouldn't believe it, man. I get a lot of calls like through the week, like come meet up with me to blah 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 this. I was talking to Kat yesterday, like really just didn't know that next step to take. And sometimes it's all just telling them you can do it. You know what I mean? And just giving them that encouragement. But more than that, connecting bridges. We connect bridges. We make your, or help you create your vision into life. So yeah, big ups to Manifest, and definitely we had hella shit going, man. It's been great. You do get to a point in whether, and I know you feel it too. That's why I call you an artist, is because, and even I couple like chefs into this as well.
Absolutely.
Chefs, painters, spoken word artists, anything. You know what I'm saying? You get to a point like where, yeah, maybe you're trying to almost one up the old you or whatever, or you'll get in that creative space like, do I got it anymore? Do it? And it's a fearful thing. It's a scary thing because these creations are your children type deal. And it's like, you just need to continue to have the faith and continue to just believe. That's where that clarity helps a lot, because there's no like, oh no, I know I'm supposed to be doing this. Okay, now we know.
Right.
I'll just continue applying this pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's been beautiful as of late.
Yeah, I mean, I love watching what you guys been doing. I mean, you guys are always in each other's videos. You guys are always like you guys are just a crew, man. I really respect that. I really respect that. What you guys are doing, I think it's really cool.
Yeah, and now it's even a bigger branch off of that. Like a lot of these cats, which most, if not all of them, they have their own brands they're pushing. You know what I mean? We're connected to the source, which is Manifest, and it's good because you can't do shit alone. You know what I mean? You really do need a team, and you got to put yourself aside for sometimes.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm looking at my phone because because I was looking at the latest book I'm reading. But Bonnie is a reader, and Bonnie wants to know what's your favorite book since you're all into phonics.
I would say my favorite book. I like to read more like helpful things, and like I've read a lot of like just factual things. You know what I'm saying? So, it's gonna sound kind of twisted or whatever, but it's kind of like I just really like the 48 Laws of Power. For some reason it was really not to use it on anyone or anything, but there are definitely elements that exist within our being, well, just amongst the world as far as how humans interact. With the world that we live into, you know what I'm saying, as far as business and whatnot. Right. I just like the layers of that, and man, I would read it over and over and over again. And I've read a lot of different types of stuff, but that one really, I don't know why. A lot of those, in the book, it just stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I also like the what is it? Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. That thing was cool. With Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure you probably read it or whatever.
No, I haven't.
It's a really good book. Like I said, I like a lot of
like self-help books almost.
Sort of, but just like real shit. Like, all right, when I was a freshman, I fucking read the 9/11 Commission report. Oh, and it was like, why was I reading that? I don't know.
You know why you were.
Give me the hardest thing. I want to read it.
You know why you were reading it.
Low key, yeah.
The same reason why I'm reading fucking The Looming Tower, which is really funny. I'm reading a book called The Looming Tower by Lawrence Wright. It's all about the setup of 9/11 and like how it went down and all that shit. And I'm watching a documentary. I mean what tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's the 20th anniversary.
It's crazy, yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember what you were doing when shit got?
Oh yeah, It's crazy. I was right across the street from where I'm at now.
Didn't move boy. Too far.
Well, I was originally, at school. They didn't really tell us what was going on, but yeah, when I had gotten home, I remember.
Wait, your school didn't tell you what was going on?
Yeah, they didn't tell us. They sent us home, and then or after school, they didn't end up sending us home early.
Oh.
And then we went, sat in the living room, and then my mom called, "Hey, turn on the TV. You're gonna remember this forever." And I could see it now. You know what I'm saying? That shit was forever etched in my mind. And that's funny you said that.
No, it's
That
funny
really
you said
diehard
that.
me.
It's funny you said that. You're the one who said
But
it.
the reason I was reading it though, the 9/11 Commission report, that was the reason probably why I was reading it, knowing myself, like I was into all that the bowling for bowling for Columbine type shit, and trying to figure out, you know, what really went on.
Yeah.
I was conspiracy about everything, you know what I'm saying?
Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah.
I still am. I'd still look at things like that because why the fuck wouldn't you? Like especially with everything
our
that's going.
government's got it under control.
Yeah, no, our government's being real honest with us, everybody. It's all good, everybody. What they say is true. That's all you got to know. That's all you need to know, folks. Just know.
It's because
go ahead.
We came from our folks, you know, and folks before us came to where, no, your TV says it, your government says it, you respect your countrymen and you listen to them because they're protecting you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to say, and I think a lot of people are out and open to think for yourself, because you want to go ahead and do what they say, or you gonna make your own choice, because you'd have to face those consequences and then blame your government. Then you're relying on them 10, 20 years later. It's just like, I like that detachment as much as possible from, I hope this don't ever come back on me, but like from the government as I can be, because at the end of the day, this is another thing with the whole power and love. If we were to have our internet, our clocks, our streets on the roads, whatever, taken away from us, everything stopped, would people really know how to live or what to do with themselves? They'd go fucking crazy. They'd have to remember what they are. You know what I'm saying? If we had nothing to do and just sit to be with ourselves, a lot of people would go fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like most of your life is just spent, you know, just kind of running the cycle or running the wheel, and you do what everyone says. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like we're meant to live beyond that and more than that. You know, not saying I don't mind. I mind. You know, I listen to whatever. I'm not gonna go crazy, but damn it, I'm gonna assess for myself. I'm gonna make my own decisions. Whatever comes with it, comes with it.
Yeah.
You know, and I die about that. You know, so it's like dignity type thing, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's beyond dignity. I think it's self-preservation, because I mean the government has displayed nothing but untruthful talk, and they've displayed nothing but like deception and like, why would we ever start believing what they're saying when they're constantly lying to us? I mean, let's just take a look at what happened over this last year and a half with the fucking pandemic, and how all these things are still coming out, and then how everybody still has an excuse for Fauci, and how he had to deal with all this stuff, and that's why he lied. It was a noble lie. A noble lie? Eat a dick with your noble lies, okay? Fuck you. And the fact that if we were to talk about the lab leak theory of last year, we would have been demonetized or deplatformed or considered a fucking misinformation spreader. And just to find out that that's probably what happened. And you know, so it's like, why wouldn't we be questioning this shit? And that's what drives me nuts about everybody. It's like, you know, I'm not trying to do the whole vaccine thing again, but it's like, with this whole vaccine thing, it's like, well, fucking, why wouldn't we be questioning the people that brought us the opiate crisis?
So quickly,
why wouldn't we be questioning this situation? We just watched a video like a couple weeks ago where it's fucking Biden and Kamala Harris are all saying, if a vaccine came out tomorrow, would you take it? And they're like, no, fuck no. If Donald Trump has a vaccine and he released it tomorrow, I would not take it. Are you going to trust that? And then as soon as fucking the keys get handed over, everybody take the vaccine. It's cool. No worries. The same exact people who are telling us that they would not trust it are telling us to trust it. So tell me, why the fuck wouldn't we be questioning this shit? Why the fuck I get
Yeah,
why people are so confused.
bro.
I get why so many people don't
Yeah,
want to take this fucking vaccine. By the way, I'm not telling you not to. Consult your
yeah,
doctor, folks. You don't make sure you consult your doctor
yeah,
before you do anything. I'm not saying don't get the vaccine. I'm not saying get the vaccine. I'm just saying if you're concerned and you do, just ask your doctor. Just consult your doctor. Don't consult me. Don't consult the guy on the internet. Don't consult CNN. Okay? Talk to your doctor
bro.
and
I
make a
feel
safe
like
thing.
I've been like above my body for the last year, watching this as like the day as it started and before. I was out. I've been out moving and shit. I ain't never done no quarantine or lockdown, whatever. I've just stayed moving,
Yeah.
stayed. You know what I'm saying? And I watched it as it was happening, and I'm like, watch, this is their step towards whatever they're really ultimately towards, and it's just making it that much easier to take their next step. So
Yes.
I kind of seen all the shit. Oh, okay, they're gonna let us go back out in public, but we're gonna have to wear masks. We're gonna have to do what they say. It's the world's. It's like post 9/11 world. Okay, a little bit closer to whatever else they're getting us to do. But I watched this shit, and I'll be dead honest. I'm not saying real. I have my own opinions about it. I'm not saying it ain't real or whatever, but I've been out in, like whatever they call it, the front lines, and seen all the ins and outs of this shit. Like a lot of the things they were saying on the news was not happening. It just fucking wasn't, And I don't care who thinks differently about it. Like I said, it gets touchy, you know what I mean,
Of
with
course.
people. But overall, do we really know if it wasn't just like another common flu, or you know what I'm saying? Just because the news even said it was out, in the public, this bitch might have been out in 2019 and still running rampant. So nobody said nothing then. You know what I mean? Which of course they might not have known, but still, as far as the laws put in place, the this, that, nobody even knows. Like you're dealing with something of such a big magnitude, even though it's small, which is funny. You can't kill a fucking virus. You know what I mean? You cannot kill. It's not a living thing. It only exists by binding onto something that's living, and it's just existing. And right now, with it being out there, whether it was a lab leak or not, it is learning and will continue to learn how to exist amongst us if this is going to be the course or whatever. But a lot of shit, man. I've talked to, even some hospital, like head of hospital people in like California, fucking Michigan, Indiana, Pennsylvania type shit. Like they was not experiencing none of that shit. I was in the hospitals. I seen there was not an overcrowding. There was barely any staff there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and so that's when I knew to be like, damn, I almost thought at this point where we're at now in time that we would have probably tried to move to Alaska, you know what I'm saying? Me and my family, or some crazy shit.
Right.
Like, I want no part of this because I'm not even going to be able to be myself. They're going to come to the doors and start stabbing us with needles and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
No.
really,
No.
you know what I mean?
I feel
Kind of
you.
tried to stay aware of it.
Yeah.
Just like,
No. Well, I
this is
mean, to
bullshit.
not be aware of it, to not be I think is foolish. I mean, look, we can't
Mm-hmm.
sit in this conspiracy world where we're thinking that the shadow government's going to get us around every corner, but we can be
There you
prepared.
go. Yeah.
We can question things. I think more or less that I think what's being asked of anyone listening or watching this is just the question everything because even okay, so like just to speak on what you're just saying, Rolling Stone had this article about how the horse dewormer or the pet dewormer or ivermectin was causing there was so many overdoses from ivermectin from people taking animal grade ivermectin
Yeah.
that people with gunshot wounds was not able to get treated. They were saying that the overdoses from ivermectin were so great that other people couldn't get treated in the hospital. Like the hospital is being overran with people who were overdosing on ivermectin. Turns out the story is not even close to true. And Rolling Stones printed this article. Not only did they do it, but Rachel Maddow retweeted it.
Yeah.
So what you have here, even though it's wrong and they had to retract it, it doesn't matter because the information is already out there, and then that's already someone's argument that they're using around the fucking water cooler. Dude, didn't you see that fucking shit fucking caused it's overwhelming the hospitals. Don't even talk about ivermectin. No, you're killing your grandma, you're killing people in the hospital. You know, it's like the information is already out there. It's almost like how in lawyers, when they're in litigating a case, or they're in the case, sometimes they'll put information out that they know will get stricken from the record just to influence the jury's opinion about somebody. So they'll say something like, oh, and isn't it right that you were a woman beater? And then, you know, the defense will be like, objection, Your Honor, the irrelevant. And then the judge will be like, strike that from the record. It doesn't matter. The information has already been exposed to the jury. Their opinion has already started to form. Even if the judge is like, okay, everybody, erase that from your memory.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
Erase it. No, it's there. And just like that, just like this, rolling. I don't know. I'm showing you guys this crappy envelope I'm scribbling on, but just like that, Rolling Stone has put this information out there, has created this fucking wave of information that they retracted, but the waves are already out there, man. Like, people are already running with that.
The next thing we say, our word is God. It's like, no, it can't go like that.
Exactly.
Like, I'm gonna assess this for myself. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Thousands of times when Fauci was getting on, I was like, man, it's bullshit. They don't even. The one thing I know, and I knew the whole time, like, this motherfucker, whoever was speaking, they don't even believe it because they don't know. Yeah. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. No. How you gonna? Even when Trump was saying, "Oh, we're gonna beat this virus. We're gonna beat it. We're gonna beat it really quick. It's gonna go away a lot quicker than we think." And it's like, dude, you don't even know what you're saying. Like, even if even somebody that maybe supported him could see that. Like, dude, don't say that.
Yeah.
You don't know if that's true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like. I like I said, I love the truth. I would have much rather them say, a lot of us might die. A lot of us, we don't know what's going to happen. This is the severity. This is what we know. This is what we don't know. This is what we're speculating. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it ain't never cut out like that because everybody they got to protect the people so they don't go crazy. Like I said, if everything was taken away in the world we know today, motherfuckers would go crazy because a lot of people need people to tell them what to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, you know?
And that's the problem.
Everyone's safe, you know?
I think if everything was taken away, I don't think they would just sit there and go crazy. Well, I guess going crazy does. I guess like killing your neighbor for food is considered crazy, right?
That might be crazy. Yeah.
It's like fucking murdering your neighbor's children so you have something to eat for the next couple days. That's a little crazy, right? Fucking people, that's what people don't understand. It's like when people are yelling revolution and all this shit out in the streets, like burn it all down. It's like, okay, then what's in place of that? Are you in place of that? The scrawny little blue haired little dude NB person that, you know, like what, like you're the one who's going to be in charge now? Like, I don't understand because like what we're talking about is like picking up arms and fucking murdering your neighbor because they don't believe what you believe. When we're talking about fucking restructuring your entire government and like people who are on Medicaid and dependent on all these different programs, that's gone. They're dead now because they can't get their medication. Oh yeah, all these fucking all the like
it would affect everything.
Everything. Food deliveries, everything.
You'd have to relearn how to exist.
Everything. And fucking that's what you want? You want to fucking go back to the dark ages for a fucking few years because you're angry about some stuff? You know, I get it. There's a reason to be mad in this world. I get it. Life itself is a fucking tragic fucking catastrophe, but it's fucking, but you could, all we have is to make the best of this shit and fucking, that's all we can do. because otherwise it's fucking tragedy all around us. So let's just try to do this the best we can and not burn shit down in the process. Sometimes you do have to burn shit down, but I don't think this is the case. I don't think this is the case. But maybe it is. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just fucking some fat guy in Ohio just rocking back and forth, on the internet. I don't know. With my denim shirt on. I got my denim on. Fire! They make these mistakes on purpose to get people talking about them and their platform. Yeah, and that's another part of it too, is that that these platforms like the Rolling Stones or not the Rolling Stones, but the Rolling Stone magazine or New York Times or fucking the Washington Post, all these publications, even Fox News and CNN, all these publications are losing eyeballs constantly. The only thing that saved their asses was Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump stepped in the last 4 years, these news organizations were able to continue to exist because they were constantly being put out of work by fucking alternate media, which is the only media that fucking matters anyways, because this fucking mainstream bullshit is all it's all fed to them from their respective fucking parties. It's like, here's what you're saying today. Everything else is...
You can see it too.
I was going to say, I dig your Canadian tuxedo today. Thank you. Canadian tuxedo.
Hell yeah. Canadian tuxedo.
Hey, baby. Yeah, anyways, that it's a weird landscape out there, man. And it's weird being a part of the media landscape. Haas, you son of a bitch. You just can't stay away. Fucking Haas.
Get that dude on you. What's up?
Haas, you coming out the show? Haas, kinky. Why are you fucking with me, Haas? What did I do? Was it because I was immediately being an asshole to you? Is that why? Is that immediately I was just like, fuck this person? I mean, it's just such a waste of my time, but I suppose that's what you're doing. You like to waste my time. COVID. Haas COVID, you fucking asshole. All right.
Haas is COVID, they said?
That it says Haas 00312 COVID. Look, you got your 5 seconds in the sun.
He's probably trying to tell us he's real somehow.
Well, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it.
We're not sure of his motive. So.
Right, if he would have just came out and said, like, hey, I'm a real person, but no, you just created this fucking account like an hour ago, and you came up, look at you. Pathetic.
Oh, man, you fucking us, man.
That's okay. It's all good. Haas, whatever your real name is, I'm sure you're a lonely, pathetic human being who just needs some kind of attention, and that's okay. I get it. Sometimes being lonely and pathetic is a rough pill to swallow. Is it trying to communicate with you? Yes, hello.
We're not even giving them a name.
I'm sorry. Listen, Haas, I will stop talking shit if only you would just say hi and be like, hey, I'm real. But I just feel like that's not what's happening here. I mean, I would stop. I really would. But it's okay. I get it. Lonely and pathetic is a hard pill to swallow. Anyways. Offbeat, what? Defonix.
Yes.
Do you have anything coming up as we wrap up our conversation here? Do you have anything else you want to promote or anything you want to say or add to this lovely conversation that we had?
Of course, Power and Love, the EP, dropping October 22nd. Me and the Manifest, we've been on the road a lot, doing a lot of shows, so we're tapping back into kind of the Toledo area. I've done a couple shows in Toledo since we've been hitting the road, but this one will kind of be our last one before we go back out on like the regional kind of hitting the cities around Ohio. We'll be doing it at the Ottawa Tavern September 24th. I believe that's a Friday. So yeah, September 24th, and starts around 8. And it's just going to be a huge festival. Obviously, the Manifest artists. And then that one's going to be like a big kickoff. We'll be going out to Akron and out to Cleveland. And then we're going to be going.
Have you ever wondered? Sorry, everybody. Keep going, man.
Oh, we're gonna be going out to like another like Parma Heights. So we went to Middletown, kind of before, this shows some of the shows that we hit back in Toledo. But yeah, the big one, Manifest, September 24th. So Ottawa Tavern, that's in Toledo, and then back out to hitting the road. It's kind of really trying to get like, so I've been doing, like I said, the shows just out of state in Florida and stuff, and then Michigan and shit like that. Just trying to more focus on regionally getting out there. So look for a lot of shows coming within the next months, even in the next year, that are just going to be trying to shake hands, energy exchange on the road. Got to build, really got to build. From that home base, the Midwest where we're from. So power and love coming. A lot of shows, and just look out for plenty more content. I'm fired, like I said, my star is rising, so the work continues.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, Defonix. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, man.
Hey, so I just want to tell everybody today that Defonix hit me up today and was like, "Hey, man, I was wanting to come on the show again," and Defonix has an open invitation because he's been on the show before, and he's the homie. So like,
who's one of them first ones, or the early
first me being back coming back to Toledo. Yeah, you guys were like one of the first interviews I did as a Toledo resident.
Chris Talley.
Yeah, you and Chris. So, my plan was because as you guys know, I was supposed to be at Willitown FOMO weekend, but I have too much work to do, so I'm staying home. And I decided, like, well, fuck it. If I'm gonna be home all by myself while Reina's out at Myrtle Beach and everyone's out in fucking Willitown in the helicopter,
damn it,
fucking son of a bitch. Fucking Matt and Liz Vega are down in fucking Willitown with the homies, like hanging out and jamming. I'm sitting here working all fucking weekend. So, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to stream. And Defonix hit me up this morning and was like, hey, man, what's up? I'd like to get back on the show. I was like, what you doing today?
Yeah.
And he was like, shit. Shit, I'm like, do whatever. What's up? And so, that's what happened. So, if you guys... I don't know. I mean, there wasn't a lot of advertising for this because I didn't have time, but just so you guys know, that's what happened. And I appreciate the last minute just jumping on, man. And I appreciate
I'm going to drop my handles real quick. Hold up. Everybody go follow me. It's Defonix, literally everywhere. There's not another one. It's just basic Defonix everywhere. IG, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. And like I said, get ready because we're just beginning.
We're just starting to cook in the hot tub, baby.
That's right.
Fuck it. All right, give me another one of those. Give me another Hulk.
Ready?
With those traps, son. Yes. Yes. Hell yeah. You're setting off the alarm, son. You're setting off the alarm. All right, brother. You have a great rest of your day. I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, bro. I'll talk to you soon, man.
For sure.
I'll hit you up, bro.
For sure, man. All right, peace.
Yeah.
Oh my, there it is, everybody. There it is. What is this? Do it later, stupid. Get out of here. I don't care about that. He's gonna get hurt. Maybe, I don't know. It's possible. Who knows what's gonna happen? Okay. So here's the thing. The edibles are kicking in pretty strong. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they are. But we could end now, forever hold our peace. Or we could do... I have all my stuff set up. You guys can see my keys. It's still set up from yesterday. So I can do a round of live loops. Well, Moving Dutchman has spoken. Looks like we are going to do something